Alright guys, welcome back to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing genuine Jujutsu Ryomen Sukuna. And the short answer of this video is that yes, you should be summoning on him when he drops on Global. He is a very, very good unit, very high DPS, very strong unit. Blue is kind of I would say a weaker typing at this moment in the global side, so he fills a niche role that is very, very needed. Now, he's a limited character, and he's an attacking character, obviously, because it's Sukuna. Of course, he's going to be an attacking character. But he's got 31,000 HP, roughly 10,000 Taijutsu, 10,000 Jujutsu, so not bad. And a characteristic about these Sukunas is that they can't be run with a Yuji Itadori on the same team, which makes sense. He's an incarnation through Itadori, so... Alright. Skill 1, Know Your Place. He deals 214% ranged Jujutsu damage to a selected enemy, and he fills his own ultimate gauge by 100. That's awesome. That's really, really good. He inflicts one stack of 20% continuous Jujutsu damage, which is Laceration. It lasts for 3 turns. That's very good. Each stack of Laceration increases an additional damage of Laceration by 20%. So this one stack lasts 3 turns. It inflicts 1 stack, so you can get 60% continuous Jujutsu damage if you're using this over and over. You wouldn't get higher than that, but still very good move. If skill restriction status is active, skill cannot be used. We'll get into that here in a moment. Has a 50% critical rate, which is very nice. Show Me is his second skill, and it deals 350% melee taijutsu damage to a selected enemy, and it's a 3-hit, and it has a medium chance of performing a critical hit. That's really good. Increases own critical hit rate by 45% for 3 turns. Awesome. Increases own critical hit damage by 75% for 3 turns. Awesome. If the skill restriction status is active, change skill effect, curse energy cost goes to 0. So we're seeing the skill restriction. Basically, they'll come in later. I'll get to it, but it's after using your domain. But increases own damage dealt by 50% one time. The higher own curse energy is when skill is activated, the greater damage dealt increase up to 150% at 115 curse energy. That's really cool. Deals 450% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy for 3 hits, and increases the selected enemy's damage received by 45% for 3 turns. This is a very good skill. Very, very good skill. It's doing a lot of different things. It's got a 70% crit rate on all hits, and 50% when you're under the skill restriction status, which, again, that's after you use your domain pretty much. Very good move. Honestly, I'd probably, when I hop into a battle with Sukuna, this is probably the first thing I'm going to be popping, is Show Me to get you want to get that damage dealt increase. You want to get or I guess you're not under skill restriction yet. You're still getting that own critical hit damage by 75% for 3 turns, own critical hit rate by 45%, 3 hits, medium chance performing a crit. So, I mean, this is good. Start off with Show Me, kind of set yourself up passively, then start hitting off these Know Your Places to inflict some of that laceration damage. Fill your own ult gauge. It's what I'm kind of seeing right here, but we haven't even seen skill 3. So that's just my initial impression. Let's just wait until we get into reading all this real quick. Deals 240% ranged Jujutsu damage to a selected enemy, and inflicts 2 stacks of continuous Jujutsu damage, a laceration for 3 turns. So it's basically a buffed up version of that first skill right here. But let's see, if own curse energy is 40 or more, change skill effect. Curse energy cost is 40. So if you get to 40 curse energy, it buffs itself up, double the damage almost, it seems, to selected enemy. Inflict 2 stacks of 40 as continuous Jujutsu damage, laceration. Jesus. Getting to the point I can't talk. If own curse energy is 90 or more, change skill effect. 120% range Jujutsu damage to selected enemy, and inflicts 3 stacks of 50% continuous Jujutsu damage for 3 turns. So yeah, same thing, same part. If skill restriction is active, can't use. That makes sense. But this is really good. You want to build up your cursed energy, and it's basically a stronger version of this. The more cursed energy you have, the stronger it's going to be. So very, very good. Very good. Let's get into his ultimate, though. His ultimate, Malevolent Shrine. Expands the domain, grants a sure hit effect to itself, nullifies attack nullification. That's all just basic domain stuff. But on his skill, it's deal 1,684.5% ranged Jujutsu damage to all enemies for 8 hits. Inflicts 4 stacks of continuous Jujutsu damage laceration for 4 turns. Wow. It's already really good. 1,600%, basically 17, and inflicts 4 stacks of continuous damage. That's amazing. And once you use this domain, it activates skill restriction. So that's basically what all these are. Skill can't be used, and it changes this one's effect. So you can't use any of your, basically your any of Sukuna's curse techniques. This is a physical attack, so of course you're still going to be able to use that, and it's going to have a different effect this time. So cannot charge ultimate skill gauge for 3 turns. Makes sense because you got that domain burnout pretty much. You're using a domain. You're not going to be able to pop another domain real quick after that. And increases the maximum amount of cursed energy by 100 for 6 turns. And recovers own cursed energy by 200. So yeah, this is very, very good. This is an awesome, awesome unit. So you're going to be... Wow, it increases it for the max amount by 100, and you gain an extra 200. Geez, when you realize that. So you're going to be in burnout. You're not going to be able to use any of these Jujutsu skills. But when you are, you're going to have so much cursed energy. You're going to be able to hit with an unseen slash again because it's got 90 or more. It's going to have from this. After you use your domain, you're going to be able to use this after, like, was it 2 or 3 turns of not being able to use skill restriction. So what happens ideally in a scenario, you go into a game with this guy, you use Show Me, you use Know Your Place up until you can get your domain. You use your domain, you go into skill burnout, and you can only use Show Me, but that's okay because it's buffing you. It's giving you all these buffs. And then once you can use your skills again, you use Unseen Slash because you have all this cursed energy again. And you win. You do so much damage this way. His combo effect is deals 100 ranged Jujutsu damage to all enemies, increases all the own and combo allies break damage by 10% for 2 turns, fills all allies ultimate gauge by 100% or 100. That's awesome. That's very, very good. Very good combo effect, but his auto skills are very interesting too because he's got reverse curse technique. So on the start of turn, recovers own HP based on the frequency of hits received. If no one hit, he recovers 6,500, chance of 20%. If receiving 1 hit of 3,000 damage, recovers 6,500, chance 50%. If receiving 2 or more hits, recovers by 6,500 at chance 85%. So you want to get hit twice for the highest chance to get more HP back. And then right here is his last little bit of info is his King of Curses auto effect. At the start of battle, grants poison, darkness, soul, confusion, immunity to self. So he's not getting, Mahito's not doing A1, soul stun, confusion, poison, darkness, nothing's hitting this guy really. Grants immunity to instant death. So that's Mahito. Grants 30% flame resistance to self. When critical hit is performed, increases own damage dealt by 30% for 2 turns. And mind you, this guy is able to raise his crit chance on some of these skills. What is it? Yeah, the critical hit rate 70%. Yeah. So he's buffing himself, and he recovers own cursed energy by 20. So you're gonna need that cursed energy for that skill 3 to get better effects. If receiving a 3,000 hit HP damage, chance 50%, increases own taijutsu and jujutsu stat by 20% for 2 turns. So, yeah, if you guys haven't gathered it already, he's awesome. Pretty much this guy makes it clear. This guy can stomp the whole game clean. Imagine a true form. Yeah. Yep. This is going to be a great unit. absolutely summon on him if you have the cubes. If you have enough to guarantee him, I say grab him. Make sure you do. He is so good. What kind of recollections bits are you going to want? Well, he's a Jujutsu character, so you're going to want Pride. You're going to want non-standard, or this one, King of Curses, I think comes out with him. And all right, so we got King of Curses here. I haven't read this one, actually, so I figured take a look at it. Gives 2.5. That's really it. That's it for HP? What? Nah, surely not. I think this just isn't updated with what it does, but when ultimate skill is activated, increases zone damage dealt by 90% for 2 turns, effective for blue types, which Sukuna is. And at the start of the 7th turn, increases own Jujutsu stat by 10% for 2 turns. So, not bad. I mean, genuinely. It could be better, but, you know. Do I think you should summon on Sukuna? Absolutely. Yes, you should. He is a great DPS. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.